Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the Strike channel once again. I am coming to you with another video, and this one is on authenticity and what is the problem with showing up as Mr. and Mrs. Perfect. Right, let's get into it. The primary and core issue and reason why showing up as Mr. and Mrs. Perfect is flawed is because humans admire status, they admire a good track record, but they can only connect on vulnerabilities and idiosyncrasies. That's how we made it work. So, there's a problem here. And the problem is that if you're showing up unauthentically, you're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel like no one gets you. And that's totally expected and understandable. If we convince others, and we are actually putting in a lot of energy to convince and maintain a facade, the perfect person that we're not who we are, then understandably no person is going to know us. No person is going to fully grasp and comprehend the depths of our personality, because we are protecting them, or supposedly protecting them, and because we are hiding them with a perfect image that's not ourselves. So that is going to make people know someone that you're not, and that is going to make you feel lonely. And it is a special kind of feeling when you have a vibrant circle around you, yet no one truly gets you at a core level. Another issue with showing up unauthentically is that people are not going to trust you, because people sense that. People sense a facade, and you may be able to get respect and admiration, as we said in the beginning, but what makes people click is the vulnerabilities, your quirks, your humor, your ability to unapologetically show up with your weaknesses and own them. That's where true confidence comes from. People think that confidence is obtained by having no flaws. No, true confidence is understanding who you are, owning it, putting that offer on the table, and being fine no matter the result. I'm gonna go on a tangent here before I move on to 3. In a sense, full honesty and full vulnerability is a superpower, because think about it, when you're comfortable with who you are, when you're comfortable with all your flaws, and you are showing them to the world, and you don't really care if anyone takes it or not, that is a superpower. There's no rejection to be felt, because there's no force, there's no trying to convey anything, there's no energy exertion to maintain a structure, a superficial structure that is false. Ultimately, that's not you. You've just been you. So then we have to deal with misalignment or mismatch. There's no rejection. That might be in a personal or professional level. So if we truly show up as who we are, we do our best, and we put that offer on the table, and a business, an employer, a person, an intimate partner does not want to take it, then that's not our issue. we have showed up with integrity, we showed up with authenticity, we have maintained who we are. So, on to the next one. Another issue with being not authentic is that it takes a lot of energy to preserve something that is not true. And it's not fun at all. You cannot have fun when trying to be something you're not. You can only experience fun when you're truly being you, because when you're being you, there's no processes running in your head to maintain that which you have promised the world to be when you're not. Your brain is free to experience fun and joy, and your brain, the most important thing, is free to be in the moment. We can only be in the moment when our prefrontal cortex or our neocortex is not in operation. And what do I mean by that? We cannot be processing everything that surrounds us and be in the moment. Being in the moment is experiencing and taking in and accepting. So, being overly analytical and spending energy to convey something that we're not ultimately will take us away from the moment and steal the joy of life from inside our hands. And that's a pity. Another point I want to make is that the only true way to create intimacy and true, lasting, real intimacy is to be yourself. And I'm not only talking about romantic intimacy, I'm talking about friendships and everything. And I will explain. You cannot be in a friendship which has been obtained through portraying a role that you're ultimately not. You're going to be constantly thinking and comparing your value to the other person or to that circle. Not fun at all. We can only create intimacy, and we can only look the other person in the eye and be there when we are being ourselves, and when we know that the other person knows who we are and we're not hiding anything. And that's true intimacy should be reciprocal, so the other person has the same view about us. Now, I am not saying that there's no need for further development. There's always work to be done. There's always apologies. There's always opportunity for growth. There's always healing that we can do. However, we need to accept that. What I am saying is that the person that we are deep in our core is not gonna change that much during the span of our life. So it is our duty to ourselves and to the world to find, nurture, and love that person. And with doing that, we're going to unlock a new level of intimacy. We're going to find our true gifts and give it to the world. And that's the only way to obtain presence. So to conclude everything, it is our obligation to show up in this life as we truly are. Not because we want something in return, but because we are doing it for ourselves and we want to enjoy this life as much as possible, and we want to get all the experiences that cannot be gotten when we're stuck in our heads. I hope this is of use to people. Feel free to like the video, feel free to comment down below, let me know what you think. Expect to hear more from me. I'm excited to keep this going. See you on the next one.